Well, everybody, I think it turned out pretty well. I got a new hair color, and I'm just like kind of, I don't know, just every time you do something for yourself, it kind of feels like it's not really about like the end result. Just, I think knowing that you did something that, like, was something that you chose to do and that, like, makes you feel a little bit like, hey, like, let me do something different with my hair and, like, let's see how it looks. And, I can do all sorts of, like, new looks and stuff. Like, we can get some new photos out, all sorts of stuff. I got to find out, like, I actually want to try getting makeup that matches, my look because I don't really wear makeup. I'm not wearing makeup at all, like, right now. So, this was the color. It was R57. So it should be like this for, like, the next month or two. It'll start fading and then you'll see my natural color. I kind of like it when, like, the color fades and then it matches with my natural color because that's usually like it's almost like you're getting a second color. Like, it's like you first do your color and then it's like vibrant like this. And then when it starts to fade and my natural color starts coming out, like after about like a month or two, then it like starts to have like a little bit of a layered texture to it. Like, it's kind of nice. Hey, Bailey and Layla, Bailey and Layla. Yeah, I need to take better care of my hair too. So it's like this is also like reminded me of, like, hey, I need to be doing more like conditioning and, like, I need to be like focusing on taking care of my hair more. I have not really been taking care of my hair lately. So whenever you do something like, just get like a color box and like do your hair, it's more than just the color. It's also like you're reminding yourself that you need to take care of yourself. And like that also like, mental health, like check-ins and stuff like that as well. Like, not just about like your hair or your appearance. Um, I got some scar tissue here that kind of sticks out a little bit. Um, Hopefully over time that scar tissue will kind of like, I don't know, just gotta like keep pressing it over time, right? Am I single? Yeah, unfortunately. But it's okay. I don't really need to be with anybody. Don't need a boyfriend, don't need a girlfriend. I'd rather just have like people that I like to be around. It's not my natural hair color. I got it colored today. You can look at my past videos for my natural color. I'm kind of more of like a light brown or maybe a dark blonde, whichever one you want to call it. Um, and I'm kind of liking the red, like poison ivy. Like, I've been told I got like Uma Thurman vibes. It's like I could totally do like poison ivy cosplay. That'd be cool. I definitely got like Uma Thurman like cheekbones, and she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. Um, I've been told that before. Someone has compared me to her before. Um, so that would be like good cosplay ideas. Do like Uma Thurman characters, um, like Poison Ivy or like um, whatever the Kill Bill character is. Uh, and she's like naturally like dark blonde, like I am. Yeah, Poison Ivy is in Batman. Yeah, Uma Thurman plays Poison Ivy in that Batman with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hello, twin. Ufilas, 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 las, ufilas, ufilas. I don't know. Alaska Rushka Usa Legendary shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Damn, going live night. Yeah, hi live. You like the new hair color? You like the new hair color highlight? You ate up that dance, period. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Hey, Franco Osorio. So pretty. Yeah, and like especially when I get like better photo opportunities, I want to get some better setups. I need like see what I can do with some makeup, and I want to go do some more IRL streaming, and we could get some nice shots out in natural sunlight. So like I need to get some natural sunlight shots with it. I need to get like proper lighting setups in my studio environment, and I need to figure out some cheap makeup options. I've been doing some research and using GPT, I guess. That's my research. Using ChatGPT helped me like pick out the right color. I couldn't find any of the colors it recommended me, so I found this one. Um, but this also works. And so I said, like, okay, what kind of makeup matches this? And I gave it a picture of this. It's not a wig. It's my hair. I colored it tonight. It's my hair. I don't know how to prove it's not a wig. I mean, you could probably tell it's not a wig, right? There's got to be a way. I mean, just the fact that I'm grabbing it like this is like, how long did it take to color your hair? Like 25 minutes, and then you gotta wash it. Then you gotta like put the special conditioner shampoo in there. Yeah, I don't know. This is me without makeup. Um, crusty lace. What are you talking about? That's scar tissue. That was from my facial surgery. Yeah, unfortunately, there's still scar tissue, and like it's kind of obvious that I've had scar tissue there, that I've had surgery. I don't particularly know what to do about the scar tissue, other than just like cover it up. I guess like I guess I could cover it up, but yeah, it's like I think over time, like it should like kind of. I still have numbness from the surgery. You look pretty. I love your hair. You like to wear makeup? I actually don't really wear makeup that often, and I want to try, and that's why it's like, hey, I got a new color. Let's try to find makeup that brings out, my appearance. Not trying to like cover up. Plus, I need to get. I think I need to get my eyebrows threaded. You're so sorry you did not know. It's okay. No, I mean, I probably shouldn't call attention to it, but of course, I call attention to everything. Okay, so like, yeah, I've had facial feminization surgery. Um, yeah, I've had a couple of nip tucks. Okay, you got yourself a new wig. Let's go, high life. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't really like wigs. Wigs are really uncomfortable, and I'm always worried they're gonna fall off. So I like just having my own hair. I'm lucky enough to have like a full head of hair though, so I have lush, beautiful, healthy hair. How tall are you? I'm 6 foot tall. There's some women that are like 7 foot tall. That's crazy. It's crazy. Purple. What kind of purple? Like lavender or like violet or like grape? Like what kind of purple we're talking about? High life. I need to know. Let's see. Yeah. So I don't know. Basically, like I probably even could like do something with some concealer or something for the scar tissue. Dark purple, nice. Is that like what do they call it? Magenta or I don't know. Violet. You're turning violet. Violet. Trans folks are marginal. Yeah, marginal. Yes. Mag- vagina. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've had facial surgery. I've had the bottom surgery, so I have like a, you know, coochie coochie coo. Yeah, and it's awesome. I love it. I love my body and I love who I am and I love that I worked so hard and now I don't have to work so hard. Like it's just crazy. Like these past it took 5 years and then it's been like a year now and I'm only just now starting to like fully realize like I put a lot of work into myself. Like a lot of work. A lot of worked. I put a lot of worked into it. Oh god, that's uh, that's quite a joke, Patrick. I don't know if I want to repeat it, but that's quite a joke. I think it's in good taste. You didn't get to an. I don't think you went to like a straight up like offensive route with the joke. I think you took like a concept and like kind of made it into a joke a little bit. But like I don't think you're like. I think that was good taste, especially that pussy tasting. Okay. Little seizure. Oh no. Oh god. Please make it stop. Please make it stop, Patrick. We're just gonna move on. Today you're wearing lipstick. Let's go. Lipstick. My lip gloss is popping. You told me they were 4'11". That's interesting. Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a big girl. But yeah, like I want to try get some like cheap ass makeup. Like I can probably get a full makeup kit. Like I have makeup already, but it's like really old. You're supposed to like replace it. Uh, I can get like a full makeup kit for like $20 and have like a full like obviously the basic stuff's only like a few dollars, and then like just a couple of extra stuff, and I have a full kit. I don't know. I don't really need to get too much highlights because even though it's old, I think I could get away with it. I don't think it's like terrible, terrible, terrible to use. It's not. It's like highlights. Like um, I could probably wear it fine. I could probably wear it just fine. But I don't really use highlights too much. I mean, I could experiment, but like just the basic like foundation and maybe some concealer. Um, like yeah, I could probably use some concealer to like kind of hide the scar tissue here. It's kind of the it's the it's like Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, you have to have equal payment for your so like I had facial surgery, so like they pulled the scalp forward, but in order to do that and like also like you know um smoothed out the forehead and did nothing to my cheeks, but made my nose smaller and then like kind of contoured my jaw a bit, um and reduced Adam's apple. But because of the forehead thing where they did a forehead like alignment where they like pushed like advanced the forehead and the hairline. But the price of that is that now I have permanent like scar tissue that has some hair loss. Like you can see kind of like where the incision was. But it's not that terrible. Like especially I think it might just be the angle and the lighting right now. Like I think most of the time like I think it's just really, I just think it's really standing out right at this exact moment. I almost never see it usually. Like when I don't know, maybe I notice it more at this specific angle. usually when I'm like, more like, I don't know, it's like less noticeable at different angles. So it's like, I think it's just because of this angle and the lighting. It's a lot more noticeable. But I don't know. I'm going crazy thinking about it. Scalp recovery is wild. Silicone gel. Yeah, I mean it's been like, I think the facial surgery was like 2022. No, 2023. So it's been 2 years, and it's just like I still feel like numbness. So it's like it's scar tissue. So it's like it doesn't really recover, but it's okay. It slowly does, and I think over time I might just be able to. I mean, nothing ever really makes scar tissue go away. You can use silicone gel or whatever, but it doesn't really go away. I could use castor oil too instead of the. I do have like. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Yeah, I do have like the silicone gel, but yeah, I mean it's not like magical or anything. Bruh, 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 bruh. You got yours a few months ago. Well, don't worry about it. It has not been an issue. Yeah, it does. It starts. I remember, like it's not like as profound as it was. Like it's been like 2 years, but yeah, it feels like lightning is like striking. Like that's crazy. Yeah. Facial surgery was really magical. I don't want to like get your hopes down. I want you to get your hopes up. It's good. Like even with like some slight visible scar tissue, like I feel so much better after facial surgery, and it just got better and better, and it continues to get better. Like my appearance now is like, whoa. I'm like, I don't even recognize myself. But it's not so dramatic that it's like I'm a different person. It's like, hey, like let's just fix up a couple things, and then now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, hey, I'm just like comfortable with myself now. I don't like feel this deep dark dread every time. And then multiply that by 10 and you can imagine how I feel about my coochie coochie coo. Okay? So when I got that surgery, it's been like 15 months, okay? Like and things are getting really 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 nice. Okay? So I'm happy. And I'm I'm glad I can like, start really moving forward with my life. Like moving on from that, moving to a place where it's like, hey, I started writing some short stories. So I'm going to be publishing some short stories to my blog, and I'm getting back into habits of content creation. I made $100 this weekend. It's always good. That pays for my hotspot, and with my hotspot, every month we can go out and do IRL streaming for YouTube and Twitch and get some fun clips. Maybe get something going viral on YouTube Shorts. I don't know. That's kind of like a bonus objective each month. Is like streaming on Twitch and YouTube is not really a primary focus. I have like my main like cam girl stuff, and then I have my writing stuff. So that's separate. Like it's completely separate platform, like completely different platforms. I may even, for like romance novels, I even want to use a pen name. So Laurel Stone. Does that sound good? But anyway, uh, I'm not even writing romance right now. I'm just writing some short stories, like kind of some grim dark fantasy, for my tabletop RPG that I've made called Soul Gems, and I'm writing the lore. I'm writing the lore for it, and so I can kind of show you a little bit already. Like I've got 3 pages already. I got 3 pages. Here's page 1. Here's page 2. And here's page 3. I think it's probably going to be another like 2 or 3 pages, and then I can, fix it up and post it onto my Medium and my blog on rebeccaloran.com. And I'm just going to try to, like, once a month or maybe once every 2 weeks, try to, well, first of all, every single week I want to publish something to my blog, even if it's only, um, even if it's only like just something really basic. But I really want to focus on getting my fiction written, like getting my short stories. I can read this for you so far. Um, you're like my pre-published. This is kind of a sneak peek, you guys. High Life wants me to read. Okay, you want me to read High Life? You want me to read this? You want me to read this, High Life? All right, let's go. Obsidian, Chapter 1. The darkest point of the night was also the coldest. He brought his horse, a gelding most trusting of him, named Steelstrider, to a slow trot as the soft glow of torchlight entered into his vision. A dark, gauntleted hand grabbed the reins. There was a deep, there was a there was a dead silence to the man standing before him. If Onyx didn't know any better, he could swear the man wasn't breathing. These days, there was a good chance it might be true. Going to stay a while at the Buckler? He said. A, uh, a growling hiss of a grovel. No, I have no idea a grumbling. A grinding hiss of a grovel. It's a beautiful night. A shame if it were to be ruined for you. Just stopping for a quick resupply and some dinner, sir. The man kept his hand steady on the rein, stiff and unmoving. Don't stay too long, he said. There are tales of a killer prowling the woods. Of course, I won't be too long at all, said Onyx, sweating. He released his death grip from the reins and silently stood there. Onyx kicked Steelstrider with a soft tap of his boots toward the stables. As he approached the sunken grove, a stone pathway glowed to life. Each stone was a soft hue of yellow with each step. Onyx had been told of the relic magic of the Asia Republic, but had never seen it with his own eyes. The pathway spiraled toward a hollowed out clearing where drunken beggars stowed away, counting their gold pieces with torn gloves that were stained with unknown liquids. This is why Onyx always carried a crossbow and some daggers. There was a sign above a staircase, the Buckler. If he hadn't been told of its existence from the traders on the boat to these lands, he would assume it was closed. There were no guards, no lamps, only a staircase leading to a pair of iron gates. He made his way to the gates. The sound of his boots echoed off of the marble walls, reverberating through his chest. He reached his hand for the latch to the gate, and a jolt of electricity went through his entire body. Steadying himself, he remembered the cloud like gemstone he had been given by one of the traders. She had told him, "You'll wish I never gave this to you, traveler. Take it and never speak to me again." Holding it in front of him toward the gate, it began to glow. The gates matched it, and a deafening pitch shocked through his skull. Screams of thousands of men, women, and even children as each of their deaths entered into his memories. Visions of his own gauntleted hand ripping them apart, and their souls leaving their bodies in a glow of teal and black, entrapped into the gemstone. Before he could remember who he was, the sound of grovelly laughter, his own, erupted as his memories went askew, almost as if the entire world twisted down and to the right. His arm, his own identity stowed away in the corner, screaming while thousands of others surrounded him. That same teal and black hue surrounding their forms, his untouched. Then darkness, silence. He blinked back to the dark entryway with the iron gates behind him. Was this the test to pass then? Or was this only the question? He steadied himself and noticed his hands were drenched in blood. He felt his skull and there were scratch marks. Checking his nails, there were bits of his own flesh and some clumps of hair. When had that happened? Despite his instinct to turn back, he thought better of it. Once you cross the threshold to the buckler, there is never any going back. The fact he sought it out in the first place was reason enough to accept that this was where he belonged, his destiny. Onyx stepped forward and saw the plain oak door in front of him. Its handle was a dull brass, but it was surprisingly clean, despite the plain design of the door. He opened it. Sounds of laughter and glass clinking as drinks were poured filled his senses. The light was warm, almost too warm. He felt a hand on his shoulder. And that's where I am so far. We're at kind of a cliffhanger. That's page 3 of the story. This is the first rough draft. And so, like, I'm just writing a single page at least per day. And I've been writing it for 3 days in a row now. And basically, I want to just keep writing until it's finished, and then, polish it up a bit, and rework it a couple times, and then I want to publish it. And I'm trying to get people to play test my tabletop RPG that is on GitHub. So github.com/rebeccaloran/soulgems is the name of the game. It can be completely played with just the rule book, a chess set, some maybe like some pieces of paper that you can write on for like abilities called relics, and some six-sided dice. You can I actually made it so you can play with either 2 10-sided dice to roll percentage, or you can roll just a 100-sided dice, or I have a system in place with a chart that you can use to roll 5 dice. You could either roll 1 dice 5 times, or you could have 3 different dice, and ideally you can color code them. It's a system where you have like an A, B, C, D, E. So you split the dice between A, B, C, and D, E. And depending on the numbers that are A, B, and C, you'll have a chart that tells you which percentage number it is. The tens digits and the ones digits. The ABC is the 10 digits, and the DE is the ones digit. I calculated it with ChatGPT, and it's exactly as the exact kind of fair odds that a D100 would be or two D10s would be. You ever seen the two-sided dice? You mean a coin? Send you link? I I don't know if I can send links in the chat. I don't know. I don't think I can type it in. Um, um, Instagram, rebeccaloran Twitch is my Instagram. Um, yeah, I set up a system so you could use a Yahtzee style. Like if you have like a Yahtzee, if like most people, they might have Yahtzee available. I wanted to make it so that you don't need specialty dice to play this game. All you need is a chess set, some pieces of paper and a pen or pencil, hopefully a calculator, and some six-sided dice. You know, I mean, hopefully you own a cup for Yahtzee or for like people have a special cup for Yahtzee and like a dice box. You could roll percentages. I came up with a system. Well, I didn't come up with it. ChatGPT did. ChatGPT came up with a system to roll D100, but with 5 dice. So I think it's pretty cool. It probably makes it. I mean, it's a little bit harder than just rolling a 100-sided dice or rolling a 2 D10s, because you can use D10s where one is the tens digit and the other one is the ones digit. If you roll 0, 0, 0, like if you roll 0 and 0, it counts as 100. Um, and then you have 1 through 99, and it's like all three of those systems are equally as valid. It's the exact percentage chance of rolling any single percentage. There's no skewing towards the middle numbers or anything like that. So, you know, you can use any dice that you so choose. But most people don't have a D10 or a D100. D100 is actually a really rare specialty dice. Most people have either a D10 or a D20 if they have specialty dice, but most people do not have specialty dice. Most people have six-sided dice though, like they might have Yahtzee. Thank you, High Life. They might have Yahtzee. They might have like other board games that have dice in it. Really, you'll only need one. It just takes longer because you have to roll it 5 times in order every time you roll a percentage. But you also use the six-sided dice for regular damage calculation. So it's like, I don't know. You got to find a McDonald's cup or something. Yeah, exactly. If you lost your home, you better find a McDonald's cup so that you can play a tabletop RPG kind of like Warhammer. That is a very high priority. You lost your home, well, you better get Dungeons and Dragons ready. Anyway, I just wanted to, kind of check in with you guys and share my new hair. It's a nice, fun red color. I like it. And I wanted to chat about stuff. Glad to share my rough draft for my first 3 pages of my Soul Gems serial short fiction about dance videos. Yeah, I need to do more dance videos. Keep bugging me, High Life. I need to get back to it. You're going to keep me accountable, okay? I need to get back to those dance videos. They get some good views, okay? And it's fun. I like dancing. And I want to learn some actual dances, like do some special moves, like all that.